Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing so well today. I'm Zach, I am a clairvoyant psychic, and in today's reading we have 3 piles to choose between. Before you do, make sure you make an effort to ground your energy. That way, you and I stand the best chance to link up in time and space so that I can bring through the most accurate and useful information for you. So we have 3 little horn corals for you guys to choose between. These are fossilized coral, oftentimes associated with protection. For whatever reason, I wanted to use these guys today. So again, just make sure you come to this very grounded. You can, make a cup of tea, light a couple candles, take a couple deep breaths, whatever that process looks like for you. Once your energy is grounded, choose between the piles intuitively, and I will meet you at your reading. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. I hope I'm not screaming into the microphone. We're going in without a lens at first, and we're letting the tarot lead, just because I've been using the tarot as kind of like, I don't know, not the primary force. So we're going to let it have the first say today. Okay, so this is for pile 1. Where are we? What's going on? Where do we want to take this? Ooh, okay. Interesting. So collaboration, or let me just get one more. Interesting duo. Let me just have a little bit more though. 6. Okay, so something to do with your routines, I feel like, or something to do with work. I feel like the focus is that we want to change that or shift it or do something a little bit more with this. Can I have something else? Why is the 5 of Cups here? Okay, we have Temperance, a major arcana card. Okay, something to do with balance, you guys. I feel like the spirit of the universe, your spirit guides, my spirit guides, we're focusing on all of this like gray energy. It's like neutrality. And I think that we kind of want to look at what's not working and then turn around and take stock of what potentially could. What I'm seeing, it's very interesting. These 3 pentacles right here, I feel like they're being represented by the 3 cups here that have been overturned. And if you take a look, there's 2 cups that remain filled or, standing up. And if we look at this image here, there are 2 cups right here. So I feel like somehow there is a split going on right here where we keep like looking at things like in the past or like past collaborations, past like endeavors when it comes to work, like passion pursuits, I guess, for some of you. For others of you, it's like the routine way that you're going about something. Routine because 6th house. I feel like we want to shift that. Regardless, we want to take on a different perspective. Absolutely, okay? Because if you look here, we're donned in black, okay? And today I'm recording this video on the first day of spring. So I feel like we want you guys to sort of emerge from the void and like, it's like literally change your garb, okay? This individual right here, I feel like we want to have a transformation from this energy to this energy. So something of the past to be let go of, something that just wasn't working, or it's, again, for some of you, it wasn't working, it's not panning out. For others of you, it's your perception of that success that's making you think that it's not working. Because if you look at the cups here, some are red and one is green. Red to me, I'm getting stoplight, green, go. So I feel like some of these passion projects, some of these efforts that you've been doing in terms of career, again, hobbies, passion pursuits, something to do very loosely around that. Some were red, so no, we really should stop those. And then, but one of them was green, so I'm getting this concept that some things are not as they appear to be. Okay, so I really feel like there is like a denser energy that we need you to emerge from. And there's something to do with like taking stock and making sure that you're seeing everything. Okay, because if you were standing in this picture, you wouldn't notice the two cups behind you from your current perspective. However, if we broadened the perspective of this card and took 2 steps back, or, took an eagle eye view, you would be able to see that there are actually 5 cups here. Except in your present mindset, which is coming across as a limitation, or there's something you're doing in a routine fashion, something that you keep doing. It's like you're stuck in a trough and we need to be able to step outside that. You've just been going down this path for too long, so it's well beaten, right? And that's not really a bad thing. I just feel like you need to take stock of like everything is what's coming through, and right now we're only appraising like some things. Again, one of those, 2 of those probably could have been something that you continue to grow, or could be, but for some reason it's like you've let go of it in your mind. That's really what I'm getting from here. Okay, so time to like swoop out is what's going on with this reading in order to take on a broader perspective with this temperance card here, and also to find like a better flow. Okay, 6 is the number of harmony. And I also get that with this temperance card, balance and flow. So something to do with like, and it's these 2 cups right here. It's the ones that are still standing. For some of you, I feel like you don't quite know that this is actually like a much better talent of yours. 3 of Pentacles, talents, recognition, collaboration, being really good at what you do, being a craftsman, something along these lines. It could also just be like an integral part of a business you work in, something along these lines. Okay, so however, the 2 cups, that's like where all of our attention is, because now there's an angel holding them. And I feel like this angel is you in a different dimension. And we kind of need you as your human self. I read this dark, dense energy right here as more human, very opposite to this angelic white card. But you are both of them. I just feel like right now we need to turn around or gain a much higher perspective in order to take full stock of something in your life so that you can bring your life into a better harmony. And I feel like these 2 cups right here, coupled with this temperance card, this talks about life path, okay, and self-discovery. And I feel like these 2 cups, these 2 talents, these 2 things that you kind of look over or just really haven't turned around to acknowledge, we want to put more attention there. Okay? Cool. That was really nice. Good, fast, quick message. Let's see. Let's push these off to the side. There's just a lot of gray there, you guys. Gray, it's not immediately a negative thing. However, it's like, it's either, okay, this is what it is, you guys. Either we really do got to cleanse the energy using smoke, okay? So that's Palo Santo, that's sage, that's salt baths. You guys can continue to look that up on your own. Or we need to be neutral in our approach. Maybe we're too hot and cold, need to find a better balance moving forward. These are all very relevant messages for pile 1. You know what I'm going to do, you guys? I'm going to reach for a message from the void. It just totally knocked the microphone over. Okay, there we go. We're going to do a message from the void, so let me get a bigger bowl. Okay, guys, I feel like this is the direction we're going in, so... All right. What's going to be useful for us at this time? We had 1 pop out. Okay. Store your doubts in a trunk. You don't need them. Very interesting. Okay. That's the gray energy, you guys, for sure. God, making some room on my desk. Okay, so I feel like doubt is the gray energy that I'm picking up on. Doubt, the lower vibration. Doubt is a human vibration. It's a very 3D realm vibration. And I feel like the encouragement right now is to become more angelic or to raise your vibration. So storing doubt, insecurities, fears, all those things that hinder and trap the mind and keep us caged in our perspective needs to be dissolved and let go of in order for you to embrace more harmony in your life and in order to transmute the kind of slower, denser vibration that you seem to be operating in. Spirit is showing me that there's a much easier, cleaner way, a better flow for you to go in, okay? I feel like right now the spirit of the universe is showing me the emphasis on the cave right here, or just this basement, and having to use a chisel to take out a little bit at a time. That's such a slow process, right? But if you take a look at both of these cards, there's an element of water and river and flowing in both of them. Certainly flow here and certainly flow here. And I'm getting that we should be flowing through life a little bit more, instead of against the current, okay? We gotta relax a little bit. But another message coming through has to do with doubt. I feel like you're doubting something, and that's a little bit of a personal self-discovery journey there that you got to continue to go down. I think another message that's popping right now is it's really important from time to time to remind yourself the spiritual lessons that you've already gone through. Okay, I feel like there's something coming through about the necessity to be more self-confident and to remember that it's like, oh shoot, you're right, I am operating out of doubt. I think that some of you work best under pressure or under a stimuli in order to make you, that's interesting, make you perform more spiritually or in a more spiritual manner. Spirit is showing me means or mode. And I feel like sometimes you guys, when you get comfortable, you forget about they're just showing me the emphasis, like you do better under pressure, especially when it comes to more spiritual things where you almost are, your hand is almost a little bit forced. So you don't have to always put yourself in a pressure cooker in order to take on the lessons that you've already learned spiritually. So doubt, that's something Spirit is showing me you've already gotten over before. You've definitely gotten over this before. It's something you've already mastered. You've already gotten over this, but you still wear that cloak from time to time. I'm picking up on, because this Five of Cups is between what I call two favorable cards, it's lessening the degree of what I would normally see as depression, anxiety, and it's coming through as, instead of that, not guilt, doubt. Okay, you guys, a little bit of doubt right now. I think when it comes to life path, because we have the Three of Pentacles here and the life path in the Temperance card as well. Like doubting your future. You don't have to be there. You really don't. Store your doubts in a trunk. You don't need them. They really do hold you back. Okay, you guys. So let's move this towards let's grab Earth Magic first. Spirit, what's the next step for life path for pile number 1? Or what is something they need right now? Could benefit from. Oh, 2. Blessings and generations with ancestors. And this was the card that was on top. Transmutation with the snake there. Okay. This card, it's very angelic, okay? Blessings with a rainbow. But also, in the very beginning of the reading, I picked up on the Three of Pentacles as being like recognition, okay? So I feel like right now, what's coming through is that it's almost a little bit of a prediction energy is what I feel like in the future, shortly. Let's just see when, maybe. 2. Okay. 2 days, 2 weeks. Within that time period, what I'm hearing is that there is some sort of increase or recognition coming through in your career. Okay? It has something to do with your life path as well. And I think that there are ancestors in spirit who are assisting you at this time, okay? Because, again, I'm getting this concept of, it's like, you guys have already learned this lesson about what's presently holding you back, and you just need to continue over and over again from time to time throughout the rest of your life to just brush off doubt. Every single time you pick up some self-limiting belief or you feel the blinders coming back on the side of your eyes, it's time to, from time to time, using smoke, using sage, there's all sorts of different practices to cleanse the body. 6 was routine, so maybe you should develop a spiritual practice. This always reminds me of black tourmaline too. So you might make an effort to protect yourself better from doubt, insecurity, This is general reading. I can't be too specific, but the message that's coming through is from time to time, you're going to have to do that. That's what's holding you back right now. And I think that there's something that's going to launch you forward in 2 days or 2 weeks in that time period. It's going to feel like a major blessing, but also no rain, no flower. So what I'm getting right here is that you're in the middle of snake transmuting some sort of denser energy, whether that's, something all the way as big as depression or as little as doubt. Okay. Try not to take too much interest in how I qualified those two energies. That doesn't matter. But we have to get rid of that. It's holding you back, and you don't need that for where you're going. And your ancestors in spirit, your spirit guides, there's a real heavy hand going on in your life right now to help guide you. So cool. I love to see that. 2, it could be, because we have the pentacles here, assets, finances. There could be a blessing in career and finance coming through, but I'm also getting recognition. And that's the reason why I'm getting recognition, you guys, is that feels more healing to you. I don't think you guys really care about money. You appreciate it, right? You don't hate it. You know that it's really good fuel in this lifetime. But I feel like you are better when you get like recognition, or when you feel like maybe of service to people. Yeah. Cool. So this was like the first half of your reading. I just wanted to start with some tarot to see what was going on. I want to take the second half about either a new beginning in friendship or a new beginning in love. And we're going with new beginning because it is the first day of spring when I'm recording this. So I will see you guys in just a second. Okay, you guys, so let's take a look at the next, either this is a renewal in a relationship at present, or this is a new relationship coming through. It might be friend, it might be romance. I'm kind of leaving it a little bit loosely. More interested in romance. Ooh, and as I said that the star came out, a star-crossed lover is coming through. Okay, but Aquarius is also the house of friendships, okay? So we're going to have to use both, I know. I'm also seeing 2 streams as both. I'm also hearing a friendship or potential star-crossed relationship, twin flame business that starts off as friendship, okay? Something that begins as more platonic, develops over time. So many messages coming through all at once. That's always so fun when you do general readings. So, except I really do like that. I used to fight that. It just means that you guys really have to use your discernment, which, I really appreciate. Okay. So the star, also a little bit more hope in your own life too. I also see this person very cleansed, nude, okay, pouring water both to the earth and back to the cosmos or source. And I'm getting just a quick message. I know it's a little bit carrying over from the first part of your reading, but it seems like towards these next couple of weeks, you're going to feel so much more refreshed and revitalized. I see these little spring flowers popping up there. And then the nakedness reminds me of, for some reason, birth right now. And so I feel like you guys are re-emerging. And I think that this is a very blessed energy moving forward as far as what this next person is going to be like. They could be an air sign. They could be Aquarius as well, or they could just be Libra, Gemini. Something to do with heavy influence on air in their chart. And also, like, you're going to feel very, the ability to be vulnerable or yourself with them. It's so important to be your authentic self. So I'm sensing that you guys are moving away from just immediate lust attractions, right? You're not really interested in people, especially if this has to do with love for you, pile one. It's not only important for you to have the sexual attraction, the physical intimacy. You're looking for more being evidenced by the Aquarius, which is the emphasis on ingenuity of the mind. So I feel like you guys are looking for something bigger, broader, someone you can be yourself with, someone you can be super zany, quirky, and that person's going to love all your facets. That's coming through as well. So let's kind of see if we can get a little bit more information on this. Let's take a look at... we're going to start with some animal medicine cards. Okay. Is this upright? Okay, cool. Alrighty, so this is for pile one. What's going on? These might be a little crooked. Be hopeful. That message is coming through. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse. Emphasis is like heavy on your reading, you guys, about uplifting the energy. Okay? The Aquarian age, Aquarius themselves, they're here to uplift humanity and to break apart old constructs, and to bring us towards a much more harmonious and peaceful future. That comes from being your authentic self and not perpetuating past energies. So, again, not to beat a dead horse. Can I please see pile one? Oh my God, you guys, you must be feeling good right now, is what I'm getting. And then I just want to see the other party. Moose is an excellent energy, you guys. It talks about self-esteem. That actually feels like the top. Oh, wow. You guys are attracting a jaguar. This is very synchronistic, okay, you guys? Because we were talking about uplifting your energy. Self-esteem is a very high vibration. I also was talking about authenticity, impeccability, and integrity, which is the jaguar. 5 and 1 is 6, so harmony. Love to see that for you guys. 2, a union, but we also don't break down the master number 11. So I'm getting perhaps a spiritual connection, which is why I saw twin flame, which is why I saw star-crossed lovers as well. Okay, so what I like to see here is that I think you guys are from different places, different walks of life. The jaguar and the moose wouldn't meet regularly, but because we have Aquarius here, and I think that they're a real radical individual, there's something about your circumstances or this meeting that is unlikely. I also don't think that you see this coming as well. I think that there's a balance between masculine and feminine energy in both of you. And I think that that's why you guys are a very good match in love. I get this masculine-feminine balance because here we have a predator and we have prey. However, the jaguar would never hunt this moose. Cool. Let's move forward. I want to get some more information about this. We're going to use these cards. I want to know a little bit more about this person. Okay, these just twisted out of my hands. Oh, wow. Your lips, my lips, apocalypse. There might be a message for you guys in the song Cigarettes After Sex called Apocalypse. So read that, those lyrics, okay? But reading and writing with the star and Aquarius as well. Some of you could have been scripting for this person or for this love connection. That's coming through as well. I just think that there's really undeniable chemistry. These are two very powerful animals, is something I didn't pick up on at first. The moose, it's gigantic. I think it's the largest animal in North America. And the jaguar, of course, I mean, they're gorgeous, but also, a very powerful cat, very powerful large cat. Just friends, yeah. I thought I saw it starting out as just friends. That makes sense with Aquarius too, because the 11th house, Aquarius as well, all has to do with friendships. But I really do, if you can see here, oh my god, hard eyes and smooch. Smooch coming out twice. So I feel like there's just like this, either they're a really good kisser or that grows into something a lot more intimate at first. So I'm picking up on Aquarius, but let's see if we can get something else. 1. Gemini, right. So I thought it's going to be an air sign, you guys. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. That's what I'm picking up the strongest for pile number 1. You might start as just friends, but yeah, because there's a level of respect going on. That's what I was picking up on from very powerful creatures here. You guys respect each other, but you're from different walks of life. This jaguar, it's a meat eater. The moose, hardly. So I feel like you even could literally, you yourself could be another confirmation you chose the right pile. Pile 1, you could be a pescatarian, vegetarian, vegan, something along these lines. But your partner is not. I don't think that really bothers you, though. What else is coming through? I love the kiss, you guys. That's really funny. Let's wrap up with some... Let's push the envelope. We're going to grab some romance angels. All right. Any advice for this relationship? It could really... So just real quick, I get love for about 80% of you. I'm getting a strong confirmation for a new friendship. That's an air sign for others of you. All right, Spirit. Maybe some advice or something to clarify this connection. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. There's something about being very honest and open with your communication. It's very important for this connection. This is also another confirmation for me about love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. You might also have to be one to make a move. I don't know that that's your cup of tea. You're used to people perhaps making the first move, but there's an element about your hand in this. There's also a really heavy emphasis on balance. Again, you guys had the card of Temperance. And now I'm seeing, to bring your reading full circle, the emphasis on these jugs right here of water. This is very interesting. Okay, Spirit's showing me the difference between the golden cups, and now these are more clay mugs. Clay jugs, ceramic vessels. Okay, ceramic is porous. Gold, not so much. I think what Spirit is showing me is that you used to be someone who was into the shiny, glossy exterior of a person, but now you're so much more curious about what lies beneath the surface. Yeah, very interesting. I'm getting much deeper psychic messages now because they just showed me that the star's foot is on top of the water like Jesus walking on water, and the angel had the foot dipped in the water. I think it's just kind of you gotta have the courage to be your true authentic self in life right now, especially if you're interested in love, especially if you're interested in friendship. Because I feel like sometimes you guys try to box yourself in or be smaller. That's very Aquarian. Be smaller than who you are because you feel like the oddball at times. You feel like you're too big or too much at times. And I feel like that makes you settle in love and in friendships. And so you might always be wanting for a deeper connection. And so the invitation right now is to, from the very beginning, don't be operating from fear or doubt, right? We had that message early on. That you're not going to find someone who's going to be able to take on how big you are. Because you guys are huge. In like a spiritual sense, a soul sense. You guys have a lot to offer. You feel heads and shoulders above the rest of the world at times. And I feel like you dull your shine, or you keep your vibration low enough to not rock the boat or to fit in. And at the same time, you're aware of your greatness. But right now, we need to let that out of the box. One of the messages with the star says, don't hide your light under a bushel. All right, I'm going to let that be the parting message for you, Pile 1. And I want to thank your guides and my guides for being with us today to help me deliver these messages. And I want to thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with me. If you've made it this far into the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. Thank you so much. It really does help my channel grow, helps it reach other star seeds, other spiritual beings at this time. And of course, I'm always taking new clients. If you'd like to book a private psychic reading, you can find my email below if you have more questions about that, or you can find a link to book one directly. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Happy spring, rest of your day, night, wherever you are in the world. And until next time, stay divine. Hey, Pile 2, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. We're going to start off with some tarot. And then we'll see where things go from here. But I kind of want to start, like, what does the tarot have for Pile 2? Oh, geez. I'm not going to take those, you guys. Pile 1, let's see. We started off with the main message and then moved into love. I feel like I kind of want to do a little bit the same with you guys. So we'll start here. Oh, gosh. You guys got the Ace of Wands. That's pretty magical. Okay. What this says is wherever you are in your life, Pile 2, wherever you are, whatever new beginning, I get new beginning because I'm recording this on the first day of spring, but also, the growth, whatever path you're on right now, it should be guided by your creative talents and abilities, your drive and willpower, and your passion. Those are all the necessary ingredients right now. Ding. In my head, I just got a ding. I don't know if you heard my phone. In my head, I was saying, notice that I didn't mention logic. And then we got that ding. So right now, again, your path, whatever you're going through right now, Pile 1, it's very auspicious. It's very blessed. This beginning is great. There's magic around you at this time. And allow this magic to permeate your mind is what I'm hearing. So we want your path to be guided by your desires, your creative abilities, your passion and willpower. Those magical aspects of the wand, the element of the wands, that's what we want for you wherever you're going. So I love to see this. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information about maybe where we take your reading. Six of Cups, away from the past. Let's just get a little bit more. Okay. These are not bad energies. I feel like right now, this energy of the wands in your life path has something to do with your work. Okay, something to do with the realm of career, and we want to make sure that you can pick your nose off the grindstone from time to time. And I'm getting that because nose here, and then this guy is very much kind of on the treadmill of life. Now, for some reason, I'm getting a new beginning when it comes to, I get love here. We'll go there in a second, but I kind of want to focus on this life path message. Okay, so this Ace of Wands I'm hearing, it's going to apply for this first kind of career lens, and then I'm going to take it towards love for you guys. All right, so we'll do that. Okay, so first career, life path. Now, I don't want, those can be the same thing, but here's something that tripped me up for a while, and I hope I can prevent someone else from being tripped up. Life path and career, we shouldn't always assume that those are the same thing. I would say career, maybe job. We can call those the same thing. And your life path, it can include that, but for the longest time, I try to make them be both, and I don't think that's in the cards for me in this incarnation. So I think that especially coming from the Ace of Wands, we want to make sure that you're able to separate what you have to do in the material realm, pay rent, pay car insurance, pay health insurance, all that stuff. Make sure you have some sort of means to be able to do that, but try not to make sure that everything that you do has to fall under the umbrella of both life path and career. I hope this is making sense for you guys. Let's move towards maybe sort of like an energy that's working with you at this time. The sun. Oh man, I love to see this. So follow this self-confidence that you have. Okay, I can almost see the emphasis on this hand right here is like the wand right there. And we have this big, giant banner. Maybe some of you guys have a birthday in March. What's coming through is kind of a message about today being the first day of spring, and this reminds me of summer. So the summer equinox, that's what, June 21st? So something between March and June. I think there's some sort of growth or blossoming period. Yeah, because right here, we have the potential for growth right here, and we have fully fledged sunflowers here. March to April, May, June, 3 months. I think that there's some sort of alchemy going on within the next 3 months that's going to set you down the right path. But we want to make sure that you're moving in a direction that has the energy of magic. I mean, if you look at these cards, these are both very auspicious cards. High energy, lots of self-confidence, and a big heaping spoonful of magic. Now, maybe this is what you guys really need in your life to sort of shake off any grayness. We want to make sure that you're moving in a passionate direction. Yeah. Okay. Maybe let's take a look at an energy that's not necessarily been the most useful or helpful. The Knight of Wands, and I pulled with the Fool. So this, okay, I'm getting an overdrive of literally drive. Okay. Creative potential and open possibilities. There's the concept here about both arms being like wide open. Okay, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I feel like limitless possibilities are kind of like an Achilles heel for you, because I think that you guys get a little bit overburdened by your potential, okay, and by how limitless the world truly is when you're in a more optimistic perspective. I think sometimes you're not as high vibrational as you presently are. We want to make sure that you stay at this vibration because, yeah, there's just alchemy and magic that surrounds you at this time. And we want you to feel this, feel like the rebirth of spring. But not surging forward necessarily with too much drive, with too much lust, with too much overdrive of willpower is what I get from the both of these. Again, really great energy. Okay, so those are some initial messages. Let's keep out the Ace of Wands. I want to kind of just... 10th house, career, reputation. Okay, so we really are talking about career and reputation. I was getting kind of like a little bit of a mixed signal. So some of you, this could be a career in spirituality, okay? A life path that deals with spirituality is what I'm getting because of so much magic that we just went through with the Sun, the Knight of Wands, and the Fool. Those are really, really good energies, at least in my opinion of the tarot. So reputation and career, we want you to focus on magic. And when I say magic, I mean like really high vibrational thoughts that are removed from the blinders that growing up in society can put upon us. So make sure that right now you kind of have that sun, that child-like aspect with enthusiasm, with whatever you go for. This Ace of Wands, this path forward is going to be a little bit different for each of you. I sense for the majority of us it has to do with career and reputation, though, as evidenced by the 10th house. So just make sure you know that you're not settling. You're not doing something because, oh, God forbid you use the words you're supposed to or you have to. We want to make sure that right now your actions are removed from those really limiting mindsets. Something to do with self-awareness is popping too. I wonder that there's something kind of more grand. This next chapter is a little bit more grand. I think of, the first day of spring really as being like the new year, in my opinion. And I know other sort of practices view that the same way. Maybe that's you too. And I kind of want you to sort of take, what was, classically the beginning of this year. So the first 3 months of this year, maybe just for some reason I'm getting a change of perspective, you guys. We want to look at that as just like preparatory footwork is what I just heard. It kind of was just like setting some sort of like foundation, but I'm also hearing it was just like a period of house cleansing or cleaning, clearing just like unnecessary paperwork off the desk, and that's a metaphor is what they're showing me. Okay, so we just want you to emerge in this next chapter. This Ace of Wands, it's really important. We want to make sure that you're lit up moving forward as evidenced by the sun, especially when it comes to career and reputation. Okay. How can I take this? Let's go for just a little bit of a different deck. I want to do some earth magic for you guys. All right, Spirit, this is for pile 2. Something, useful, helpful, something to carry with us, something to hold on to at this time, something we need more of. Ancient healing wisdom. You really could have a career path as a healer or a shaman or, Reiki, something to do with spirituality. That's coming through a lot now. Ancient healing wisdom. For some reason, I usually interpret this card as like deep healing that needs to be done, but I'm holding on to the concept of wisdom for you guys. I'm also hearing carrying the baton or passing you the baton. I feel like you're about to experience kind of like a rite of passage, which is often associated with the shaman or the shaman's death. I feel like what Spirit was showing me with the first 3 months being kind of like house cleansing or clearing the decks. I kind of feel like the beginning of 2023, the end of 2022 was this period of deep healing, deep cleansing. Some of you could really be experiencing a little bit of a change or shift in your destiny or your life path that's coming through. The Ace of Wands does represent life path and life purpose. So, very wise individuals. I really get this concept of spirituality, though. Interesting. Let's keep going. You know what I want to do? I'm going to reach inside this little bag here, you guys. Can we just flesh this out a little bit? Maybe just get like a couple. Okay. A. Put in the hours, conversation starters, and curative waters. Okay. I'm hearing that you guys have put in the hours. A is very interesting to me. It's giving me kind of a beacon. It's giving me like the top of the list. A, Ace of Wands. Conversation starters. I think you could be finding someone crossing your path in the very near future. 5 days to 5 weeks. Okay. That's what we're getting. 5 days to 5 weeks. Someone soon, because this is new, fresh energy, evidenced by the Ace of Wands. Okay. 5 is the house of passion, too. And we want passion to really be guiding you. This could be a passionate encounter, something more romantic in nature that leads to something else. Some of you might have a destiny to fulfill with a significant other, and that's what I'm picking up on here. Curative waters gives me the concept of imbuing water with the vibration of love before you consume it or before others consume it. It does give me a healer. I think you guys have been putting in the hours, okay? That's, the tail end of 2022 and the first 3 months that have passed of 2023. You guys have really been putting in the work. That's why I have a shift in this card. Again, I usually don't read it this way, but I'm focusing on ancient healing wisdom lies within you, is what I'm hearing. This concept of just You really know how to listen to someone, and you know that when you listen to someone, that's when deep healing occurs at the very least. For others of you, I see shamans, I see people who could be Reiki masters, okay? And it's because you've really put in hours on the soul level. A for angel, A for ace. I'm getting like an A. This is like your grade right now for some reason. Okay. Oops. 5 is the number of magic as well. Pile 2, please. Another ace. Oh, with the Page of Wands, very auspicious as well. An individual, a new beginning, an offer from someone in love. This has something to do with love for some of you. I'm getting a career opportunity as well. A new beginning and something to do with your career. A new path. Some bit of evidence coming to light. You guys have 2 aces. That's amazing. That's very, very beautiful. New energy, fresh beginnings. And it perfectly coincides with today being the first day of spring. I'm also picking up on all of these flowers here. Curiously, we have potentially the pyramids of Giza here, okay? And that gives me, ancient healing wisdom, ancient knowledge in general. Concepts like Atlantis, Lemuria, ancient Egypt. I wonder if you guys really are attracted to ancient Egypt. This pentacle, okay, thank you. I just got a ding. This pentacle is a truth. It's an insight. It's something new. It's something that's going to help you move forward. If this is not a physical thing, like an increase in money or a job offer, it's an insight it helps you move forward in a very material way, though, is what I'm getting. This is like a tidbit of knowledge or information or a chance meeting, kind of like intangible things that help you move forward in a very concrete way. Because this is destiny. This is your fate. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's spinning in your favor. This is a fated event moving through, a fated meeting. You have destiny to fulfill that you haven't yet. What's curious, I've never seen this, Anubis right here looks like the hand holding this pentacle, and this Wheel of Fortune looks like a gigantic pentacle. The snake right here is giving me transmutation. You've really put in the hours to cure yourself of something. As a result, you've gained ancient healing wisdom. Okay? You have somehow the ability to change your fortune or other people's fortunes, or there's a shift in your destiny, is what I'm getting. Anubis, something to do with the underworld, something to do with life and death that has everything to do with ancient healing wisdom and the shaman. You have gone through the shaman's death, and now your future, it's like it's in your hands. So you could be an energy healer. That's the most literal interpretation. Or I'm getting like a chance meeting. A new path in life that has to do with life path or career. This chance meeting could do with love. It could do with a teacher, someone to guide you. And for others of you, you're fated to meet someone because you guys have work to do. 5th house, creative passion. I just got a ding too, a really big one. Okay. Cool. I really love these energies, you guys. I think that this is where I'm going to end this portion of your reading. I want you guys to feel super inspired at this time. Make efforts to, sometimes in the winter, we can get sucked into low vibrational music. I don't know why this is coming through. Okay, so really sad songs. I'm guilty of this because I think that they're so beautiful, but they can really keep your energy low. So just be mindful of the music you listen to. Fifth house, creativity, passions, the TV shows that you watch. Make sure when you watch something, recognize your energy before, and then just tune in with yourself throughout that show, throughout listening to music for a half hour. Where did your energy go? If it's going down, bad, just recognize that and maybe stop listening to that show, that program or something. This is really important. You guys are extra sensitive potentially. Just in general, I think everyone could learn this lesson about music. It's something that's been coming through frequently. I think that unfortunately, no one wants to sing about happy, good times. Those songs are far and few in between. We like to sing about heartbreak and like really sad things. I don't know why that's coming through. But let's move on towards love. And we just got a ding. So I will see you guys in just a second. I'm going to keep this out. Okay, you guys. So I did see we were bringing up the element of the wands quite a bit. So this next partner, they could be a fire sign. I believe that's Sagittarius, Leo. What's another fire sign? Aries. Okay. It could be one of those, but let's just give this a little bit of a roll. See if we can get a confirmation. Libra. Maybe not. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with some romance angels. Alrighty. Spirit. We're going to take a look at either a new friendship or a new love encounter. Okay, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you, but also playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. That's the Ace of Wands coming through and through. I think you don't need to be worried about this next new relationship that I'm picking up on, okay? Because you have really, I was called to keep this card on the table. Your radar, your intuition is very strong. Let's get one more card. So don't be, you're going to know if someone has the best intentions or not. You don't have to continue any sort of communication after that point. You owe no one any explanation. What Spirit wants to emphasize is this playfulness nature. Okay, you got this concept of playfulness twice now because you had the sun come out. A childlike wonder, a sense of wonder of the world, but also beginner's mindset. Soulmate, I knew it. Yes, this is your soulmate. Wow. Okay, so we're picking up on a very strong love connection here. You had many lessons to learn. For some reason, I'm picking up on this gigantic hat and the sort of like mosquito netting around it, or veil, whatever you want to call it. I'm not reading necessarily the words right now. I'm sensing that this individual who looks highly spiritual has parted the veil, and you can see an angel. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that on camera here. She's holding a lily. Okay. Lilies are often associated with love, okay? And she's parting this veil, and it's to receive it from the spirit of the universe. Is this not very similar? She's holding a flower in her hand, just like the Fool is holding the white rose, the white flower. And we have the hand emerging from the cloud here, and you have the hand emerging with the Ace of Pentacles. And it's like you, though, somehow you're able to perceive, this coming. The connection, you're going to know it right away. Yes, this is your soulmate. Wow. Cool. Let's keep going. Let's get a little bit more about this person. To reach for these cards. Well, real quick, what's most striking to pile 2 about this individual? 5 passions. Yeah, that's what I was picking up on with those 2 aces. They're a really creative individual too. But also together, I think you both bring out your creative potential. Can I see just a little bit about this person? It's not that deep. Make my world go black. That's very deep. And taken. Curious. This person could be presently with someone. That's not that deep, though. Because I think that you might cause this person, you're going to pick up on this right away. You might cause this person to leave who they're presently with because they are with the wrong individual. And I'm getting that because of this pay attention to the red flag card. Okay. Make my world go black. Hit me like a heart attack. Knock me flat on my back. Just keep doing that thing you're doing there. Brush me with your hair, I swear. I don't know how long I can last to make my world go black. Dierks Bentley, I think, is the singer. You might find that song and read those lyrics, but what I'm picking up on is a hell of a lot of passion between the two of you. Can I get a little bit more? This person could be shorter than you. Or you might find yourself short. Don't take offense to that. Ghostin'. You might not be in communication with this individual right now. You may not know who they are yet. I have a sense that you haven't completely, rather, some of you haven't crossed paths yet. Just because you haven't experienced great love yet doesn't mean that there's not great love out there for you. You've been experiencing delays, not blocks, delays. Total flirt. Okay. I think this person is, you may not trust them immediately. We want to draw attention there, okay? Because you think that there's just this element of you not trusting them. I think that they could be a fire sign. I think that you might think you're being blinded by lust and attraction, and you don't want that anymore. Rather, it's not the only thing that you desire in a partner. And so you might just, kind of push them away a little bit, as if to say, I've been there before. I've learned these lessons. I've gone beyond that. And things might take shape differently than you're currently thinking about. Let's go just a little bit deeper. I kind of want to reach into here again. I haven't gone for this, in I don't know how many readings. Something about this meeting, please. Something about this meeting. I is giving me the magician. You think that they're going to be a fuckboy. That's what's coming through. Space. Yeah, there's kind of a step back in the beginning. Connect to the ground. Okay. Pay attention to the red flags. Faster and coming soon. I thought so. Faster and coming soon. This is a connection that's coming in pretty quick. And it's going to be hot and heavy. And I think that you might want to take a step back at first because you sense that there's just something amuck there. This person could be committed to someone else in a relationship or in a situationship. And you're reading that on an intuitive level. And you're just like, I'm not really kind of into that right now. Make sure you keep your vibration high so that you can really perceive these details. Okay, your guides are working with you. And I think that this relationship, we're never deserving of anything. I'm hearing though it's kind of given to you. And I think it's a much deeper meaning because we have this, I almost said severely spiritual card here. Okay, and I Saturn kind of describes this. I think that you needed your edges worn off because you're a little bit too spiky to begin with, or they were too. There was just lots of lessons. The time is now, though. Okay, this person's coming in soon. It could be a friendship for some of you. I really get love because it's a soulmate. Okay, and playfulness. That's what's coming through. Okay, let's we're gonna wrap up the reading here. I just want to do maybe where's the attention? 8th, intimacy, secrets. Okay, I asked about where you should be focusing, pile 2. To me, the energy of the Ace of Wands is coming through again. I don't know why I put that away. Okay. It's the energy of lot, of muchness. Okay. 8 is giving me a figure 8 on its side. Okay. And that's giving me 2 people linking together, 2 holes. The 8th, though, with intimacy and what I'm picking up on is like not necessarily extremism, but I don't need to explain it to you. Sorry, guys. I'm being Ace of Wands. This is the big overarching message that your guides want me to leave you with. Okay, so make sure your path right now, it's led by passions, big impulsive passions, but quell that impulsiveness as we saw because you have a lot of drive, right? But don't sacrifice interest, playfulness, passion, creativity, your creative talents and abilities. Don't sacrifice those. Indeed, those should be what leads you wherever you are and however this reading applies to you. Pile 2. All right. I want to take a second to thank your guides and my guides for working in tandem to deliver the messages today. And I want to thank you, Pile 2, so much for making it this far into the reading. If you have, please give me a big thumbs up. Thank you so much. It helps other star seeds and spiritual people find these messages. And of course, I always take new clients. And if you'd like a personal private psychic reading, you can find my email below if you have further questions about that, or you can find a link to directly book one yourself. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are in the world, and until next time, stay divine. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. We're going to start with some tarot and just figure out what the most pressing message is for you guys. And then I think I'm going to follow suit from Pile 1 and 2, and we're going to take a look second at what new relationship, whether that's friendship or love, is starting for you. Just because I'm recording this on the first day of spring, and I love to take a peek at new, fresh energy. So first, again, the most pressing is kind of the word I'm going for you. I'm just getting this concept of let's split the deck or continue to shuffle these. Just a little bit more. Okay. So this is for Pile 3. Ooh, the High Priestess. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so there seems to be... Let's do this. Second house, 2 and 2. What I'm getting, because the second house is assets and finances, and the High Priestess, she represents secrets, but also kind of the wealth of wisdom you search for, all the answers that you search for outside yourself. It's actually, we got to look within ourselves in order to receive those. It's also, a psychic card. It could be, an increase if those of you have spiritual shops or spiritual pursuits, anything that you do for money that, revolves around spirituality. I think there's an increase in that. But what I'm getting as a much bigger, broad message is there is some asset within you still hidden or still dormant. Okay? There is an asset, something that, a gift that you were born with that you haven't utilized yet. You haven't capitalized on this. It's within you, pile 3. Wow. Let me see if I can get a little bit of a pull on this. I'm just getting depth. Okay, let's keep going. This hidden gift, this hidden talent, I'm hearing it weighs more than just a talent, because you're supposed to make a lot of money at this, more than you presently have been able to. It could simply be, with this scroll here, that some of you might look into channeling, okay? Automatic writing, scripting. There's something about a wealth of knowledge, okay? Something about a wealth of knowledge, or kind of your wealth. It's like still within you though, because I just keep hearing secrets, pile 3. This could also be something that this reading could be functioning as a confirmation. You know this. You've been exploring this, okay? Let's see what else we want to talk about. Page of Cups. Expect the unexpected. Something very creative. Now, the interesting thing here is the fish jumping out of the cup to talk to the Page of Cups here. He's got his mouth open there, having a little chit-chat. And, if you were enjoying your glass of wine or ambrosia by the water, would you expect a fish to jump out and start talking to you? Probably not. And now, still with the watery world, okay, we're emphasizing the watery world. The water represents the subconscious, okay? A wealth lies within the subconscious. Spirit just showed me treasure chests, okay? So this could be as simple as you're going to be finding illumination in the coming days, okay? Something to be revealed in the subconscious, okay? And it has everything to do with improving your lot in life, because the second house has everything to do with, finances and assets. And I'm getting like the roots run deep. Spirit just showed me a tree, and, the roots just reaching through and then touching water that's really far below the surface. And it's like that pool of water down there. I don't know that you've been there yet. And now I'm seeing creative well. And I feel like you haven't quite tapped into your creative potential. The Page of Cups can oftentimes be the announcement of a pregnancy. And what I get from that, it's just the concept of creation itself and creativity. I do get pregnancy, though, with these open pomegranates as well. So you may, this is the first day of spring. I always think of sprouting through the surface, and there's all these flowers. You may be pregnant with an idea. And I think that for others of you, this gift of yours, this asset that you have yet to fully explore, I feel like we're getting to the point where it's done incubating. It's like been smoldering under the surface, and it's time for that to come out. It might surprise you. Another major arcana card. Another wise woman as well. This does, kind of Beauty and the Beast concept going on here. A very lustful creature, this lion. Tamed by beauty and gentleness, though. the mountain in the distance, can talk about peak sexual experiences, but I'm getting just kind of, some of you, I'm not a doctor. I do get and I think it's metaphorical. I just get this very fertile time because it's spring. That's kind of the whole, I was excited to do this reading because today is the first day of spring. And I just feel like something that was, okay, very far below the surface is coming out now. I'll interpret that ability, I think, through this strength card. But first, these lotus flowers, you guys have heard this probably a zillion billion times. The seed is planted deep in the mud, below water, and it has no access to sunlight and no air. And yet still it can grow through mud, through the murky water, and it has to in order to reach the surface where it can finally bloom. So some seed has been planted deep in your subconscious. And I think perhaps you may have been healing, and the healing process is shifting the dirt down there. I think debris has been settling over your gift, but through the act of divination or self-exploration, I think you've shaken off some bits, you've broken the soil a bit, and now I'm getting this concept of it snaking through the surface or through the water to the surface. I'm getting the lotus and unfoldment. And I think by plumbing the depths of your subconscious, very high priestess, that's what reveals this. Rather, I'm getting more of a concept of a prediction, like this is coming to light or this will soon come to pass. The strength card gives me a healer, it gives me a medicine woman. Try not to prescribe gender or sex to that. A medicine person. A healer, very loosely. I think that pile 3 has really been in the process of taming and accepting their wild urges or their uninvolved aspects of themselves. And I think through loving the light and the dark, I just got a ding, through loving the light and the dark and valuing them equally, it's producing the most ideal conditions to produce life. Life, I don't think it's quite literal for those who are anticipating, expecting a pregnancy. I think it's producing the most favorable conditions. It's broken up the soil enough for the seed to be able to emerge and reach for illumination, the sun. As you can see, we're going from kind of dark and in the shadows. It's nighttime here. It's gray here. But then it's very sunny here. And I think that the key to that, key is important. The key to that is this asset coming to light. Because these are major arcana cards, and there are 2 of them, and I've only pulled 3 cards for you. And to me, that talks about fated events. I don't know that you can escape this. It's going to come to pass. It's not a negative thing. These are great cards, guys. Really good cards. Yeah. And you're here to increase your assets. Also, keeping with sunshine on this side, and we're progressing from 8 to 9. Love this energy, you guys. Okay, so this has everything to do with a hidden talent of yours. Hidden talent. I get that with the High Priestess and the 2. Assets, High Priestess, secrets, hidden talent. Coming to light, though. You're going to feel a lot better. This could be spurred on by a meeting with an individual younger than yourselves, probably just a romance, just a fling. Somehow that could shake off and loosen the dirt enough for this to come to light. Or to life. Just be very, be wise when you're entering the bedroom. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But look at this, obviously leading to the Nine of Pentacles, okay? Self-autonomy. The ability to support yourself. Also the ability to give generously, because you have a lot. The concept of flowers adorning every individual here. Rather, it starts off as the tapestry. It's behind you. It's in the subconscious. The fruit. These are pomegranates. The fruit. In another translation, the prosperity, the abundance lies behind you. Subconscious. Now, it's kind of on the individual, on the Page of Cups. You're wearing that growth. The lotus flower talks about growth, talks about overcoming obstacles, just like how that seed has to grow through mud without sunlight. And you're unfolding because these are sewn or embroidered on the tunic. And yet here, real flowers adorn this individual, on the head as well. And in here, we're wearing the most luxurious, I just got a ding as well, the most luxurious gown made of the finest silk. And yet around here, the prosperity is real now. Tangible grapes on the vine. Here again, embroidered. So there's something about a real tangible, unexpected turn of events or hidden talent revealed that causes you to perhaps move into a different, more abundant period of your life. This was the most pressing message that we wanted to get out to you guys. That's really favorable. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next relationship. What's blossoming in love for pile 3? Okay. The emphasis, the sigh is not for you guys. Sorry, that's something I do. It's when I'm connecting. I often have to tell my clients, like, if you hear a sigh, it's not like a burden or you're not bothering me. This isn't burdensome. It's because I'm connecting to your message. So here we go. It's not necessarily about love. I think that, pile 3, you're always a little bit more spiritual. There's some great messages here, though. Okay, so we're going to start over here. I think that you guys used to confuse self-worth and literal abundance and prosperity. You used to confuse those. You used to put those as one and the same. I think for a long time, you haven't really been able to flourish. You haven't really been able to really express yourself. Yeah. The full extent of who you are. Your talent and ability is much deeper than even you are able to perceive right now. We had the High Priestess, you guys. Okay? You had to learn this lesson first. Because I think for perhaps lifetimes, you have sort of blended self-worth and your ability to produce abundance. You confused those and linked them together. But you had to come through that. You had to learn that your self-worth has nothing to do with a figure in your bank account, has nothing to do with success, has nothing to do with a social hierarchy, has nothing to do with physical appearance. I think that you may have felt betrayed in the past as far as how much effort you put in to what you do. but have never really forgotten how talented you actually are. However, again, I do think that there is the depth that you're capable of going to, and I'm being shown that the treasure is what lies at the depth. You haven't really been able to reach that yet. And the reason why I think that we're focusing so much on... Yeah, that's so interesting. I said that I thought that page of cups, a little fling, could be what causes to release this pause, this limbo. That's what I'm seeing here, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I think that we're talking so much about finances, assets, and self-worth because that was a big lesson you guys have completely learned. I just got a huge smile when I recognized that the world is the completion, clarified by this Ace of Pentacles, right? So you finally conquered the element of, the body, health, and career and finances. I think that your health is improving. You care about what you eat. You care about what you put in your body. You care about sexual partners as well. And you're recognizing how valuable you truly are. And that vibration, that's what's causing the mud to separate and for the cracks so that what was hidden underneath, thank you, Spirit, scarcity mindset, fear, lack, sort of disbelief, guilt, self-limiting beliefs, all that was mud, which is breaking away. And I think that things are about to even out for you. The Hanged Man with the Two of Cups. I see a love match coming, and we'll get there. I see a love match coming. Somehow love itself or friendship releases kind of stagnant energy, moving you very quickly to completely learning and leaving behind a cycle. Again, I'm getting this concept of you had this delay and potentially a lot of karma in both relationships and finances. I don't think you ever lacked in your talent or your spirituality or friendships or self-expression or self-concept. I think you never lacked in those, but I think there's been some difficult energy around self-worth. And I think that you perhaps confused those two. Again, that's that message coming through. I'm picking up on the love connection here and the end of this cycle, okay? You learned the lesson. You may have been seeing eagles frequently, bald eagles or golden eagles. The eagle, it's a representation of spirit itself. The animal medicine cards I use, deer is gentleness, owl is deception, eagle is spirit. And you only get to utilize the magic of eagle by experiencing the lows in life as well as the highs and having faith and trust in the process. You might be in a period of limbo right now as the scales are balancing. Try not to force things forward. I think that there's a love connection that somehow releases, or it's like Spirit just showed me, it's kind of what shows you that energy of self-worth and career delays is in the past, because the relationship is a seed that bursts through the soil. I think your luck is changing, and I hesitate using luck. I mean to say your lot is changing. All right, all interpreted through this the second house. Beautiful. Okay, so let's take a look. Here, let's do this. Scorpio, Taurus, Aries. Okay. Water, earth, fire. That's not very helpful, so we're going to completely ignore that. I just wanted to see if we can cause some synchronicity. Let's go into the Romance Angels to wrap up this reading. Okay. All right, Spirit, this is pile 3. Last reading of the day. Can we pick up on perhaps, any messages that have to do with love and romance? Okay, so the last element with the eagle, in order to fully embrace your spirituality, we need to develop more trust, okay? Because there are three aspects that come with that eagle message I was relaying. Experiencing the low lows, the high highs, and developing trust and faith in the universe. These messages that are coming through, okay, pay attention to the red flags, always kind of being weary and on the lookout, right? Gives me trust issues. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Talks about someone who can operate from self-confidence and make the first move, okay? And not need someone or something outside you to prove it to you. And then trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. That's why we have the Hanged Man paired with the Two of Cups. A promise, however, that is in limbo. Rather, it's going to take time. Still. And I think right now you're developing faith and trust. Let's get a little bit about this person. This connection. I need to figure out a way to, if you guys know, you can leave a comment, to cut these cards to be exactly the same. Because they're all slightly different, because I hand cut them. And that kind of, it just makes it difficult to shuffle. Jeez, oh Pete's. There's lots of talking going on, though. Oh my god. Okay. Finally. Okay, so let's get a little bit about this person. Blair Waldorf. Ooh, love that. That actually really looks like Blair Waldorf. Okay. This person you're going to feel is your equal in so many ways. However, I think there are times where you butt heads and you press each other's buttons, but only because you're testing each other's faith. This person could be very well dressed, cares about fashion, understands that their avatar is something that they can take control of, and design it to reflect however they want to be perceived in this incarnation. Tiger teeth. Take this slow. When you swallow someone whole, you are bound to choke. You might look up Tiger Teeth by Walk the Moon. It's one of my very favorite songs. It's just absolutely out of this world. It's so good. You must be willing to be the fool. Tells me that we kind of have to be a little bit hands off in our approach with love. You must be willing to be the fool to become the master. You must be willing to take risks. Oh my god. But I think that the no risk, no reward, right? There's something very much about this connection. It's going to feel sort of, I'm hearing Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift. Ebb and Flow and Ghostin'. Ghostin' doesn't really feel good. Ebb and Flow, more of like a balance. I think you guys used to also seek self-worth in other people, and that has been digested spiritually. You don't seek another individual to stoke your fire, to light you up. And a reminder that we go through seasons, and to just take a pulse. Sense if you're ready for love at this time in your life. If you're ready to meet new people. If that excites you, that's where you're flowing towards. If you're like, I think there's a little bit of a pause that you might need to honor. Let's get one more. Friend zone. Okay. I'm hearing take things slowly. And I'm hearing that there is an element of trust. There is a spiritual lesson still yet to be had. Okay? And it revolves around trust and faith. I always stop myself from doing this, you guys. I've even spoken to a psychic about this. Sometimes I get the answer and it feels like I'm stealing a spiritual truth that you have to learn, and I never know if I'm supposed to relay it or not. But I'm going to, and I'll see what the spirits do. What I'm hearing, it's because I feel like I'm not supposed to give you the answer key to this spiritual lesson, but it has something to do with if you go about connections at this time in your life seeking friends, that's what reveals the relationship. Okay? I feel like going after platonic relationships right now and just really honoring an individual and not, looking at them in a lustful sense, somehow, and it's going to differ slightly for each of you, somehow A, that either attracts this person, which creates the love match, or B, it sets up the friendship, which is where you build the foundation for the love relationship to grow from. Okay? All right, you guys, I think I'm going to leave you there with that message. And I want to thank your guides and my guides for working in tandem today to help deliver these messages. And I want to thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me. If you've made it this far into the video, you can give me a big thumbs up. Thank you so much. It really does help my channel grow, helps other star seeds and spiritual people find this video. And of course, I always take new clients, so if you'd like to book a private psychic reading, you can find my email below if you have any questions about that, or you can find a link and book one directly. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world, and until next time, stay divine.